Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Malamar Games. This is a tournament where we play against a different content creator in a different zany format each week. This time, we played against Solid Calf TV. They are a Brazilian content creator, so primarily looks like they make content in Portuguese, but they are uploading their tournament run every week, and they are so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is the number for monetization. So definitely go give them a follow. Check out their side of the battle as well. I'm also very close to 5,000 subscribers. It'd be really cool if you subscribe to me as well. But yeah, this week's rule set is monotype VGC. So it's pretty straightforward. You can only have one type, or you have to have one shared type, at least across your entire team. It is still closed team sheet Open Terra, and it is still Series 1+, which means you can use any non-legendary restricted type Pokemon. So none of these guys, just like last week. And the other notable thing that we banned, we talked about it, and last year we did the same format, and Dondozo Tatsugiri with Rain was just so unbelievably broken. So we decided that we should ban the commander ability, basically, Dondozo and Tatsugiri next to each other, or allowing them to combine. Right? You can run Dondozo and Stormbrain Tatsugiri, but Stormbrain Tatsugiri on a Rain team, I don't know about that one, Chief. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. So I like to talk about some of the options that I considered going into the week before talking about my team. Now, I will say I was probably a little less prepared for this week than I normally am. I'm recording this on Wednesday as compared to the weekend normally, because I'm just going to be out of town this weekend. So some of the options that I looked at, obviously Rain is still really good. Unlike last year, this year we do have access to the Pokemon from the Kitakami and the Blueberry decks. And so as a result, Pokemon like Basculegion are now allowed. And Pokemon like Rillaboom now have Grassy Glide. So they're a little bit buffed as well. But I think Rain is water in general is still really, really strong with the with Basculegion, with all the Rain setters, just with Dozo or Tatsugiri, or both, honestly. There's just some really strong Pokemon. I think, honestly, any of the weather, I could put Snow on here too, with Titan or with whatever Snow abuser you choose to use. With the Lolitails, we have the Sun setters with Torkoal and the or Ninetales nowadays, actually. And Tyranitar as well for Sand. So you have access to every single weather, and every single type can really take advantage of those boosts. So really any of those are viable. And then also there is the terrains that are really strong, right? So you have Rillaboom setting up Grassy Terrain and DD setting up Psychic Terrain to abuse with Psyspam, and I think either of those could have been really strong routes. And then last year I brought Dark, which is, I thought, really strong. You still have access to some really powerful Dark types. You don't have access to the Rune Mons or to Urshifu Dark, which are some of the stronger ones, but you do have Hydreigon, Meowscarada, Pokemon like that do some really cool things. And then also, I have the Hydreigon here, because I think Dragon is probably still pretty viable. You have access to all the pseudo-legendary Dragon types, like Dragonite, and Dragapult, and Hydreigon, and Goodra, right? So you have all these really, really powerful Dragon types that have crazy base stat totals, and honestly, a relatively diverse typing, so you can get access to most of the types that you need. But that being said, I chose what I think is the strongest type, which is Normal. I think that Normal is so unbelievably powerful in this format for two reasons. The first is that, actually 3 reasons really. First is Blood Moon. I just think that in this Series A+ format, whatever you want to call it, Series 1+ format, Blood Moon is the power ceiling. I brought it last week and I'm bringing it again this week. And honestly, I will probably bring it every week. Every week that it's good, because it is just so unbelievably strong. It is basically, I used it at Nats as a second restricted Pokemon, which means I think it is equivalent to some of the base 680 power Pokemon, base 680 stat total Pokemon, rather. But yeah, it's just legal in this relatively low power format, so you got to use it. It hits so hard. It also beats your worst matchup in Ghost, right? It's just a way to hit through them, which is also just really strong. And then Smeargle is another guy that I think could be really good, because first off, if you're not playing against grass specifically, or I guess poison, you are not going to see Spore. And so there isn't really a reason to run safety goggles. But this guy does get Spore, and he's not a grass type. So my opponent, obviously you see a Smeargle, you know they're going to click Spore, but they might not have respected Spore in team preview because they only really have to respect it against the grass type team. And I don't think that Amoonguss is honestly that good, even on a grass type team. So that was one thing. And then also just gets every move in the game, and it's closed team sheet, Open Terra. So they have to respect every move in the game, right? I could click Transform with my Smeargle. I could click Fake Out with my Smeargle. You can see here I actually changed Fake Out to Wide Guard at the very last minute, because I have Fake Out pressure. Even if I don't lead Fake Out, I have Fake Out pressure. And so it didn't decorate because I ran this at Nationals, but this time I'm faster. And I thought Decorating a Porygon 2 might be really good when it has Recover. Decorating a Throw Spray for Rigraff can power through teams as well. You can see I'm running Ally Switch on my for Rigraff because it's close Steep Sheet, and I want to be funny and quirky and not run Protect. And then, or Helping Hand, I think is what I probably put on there. And the other two crazy broken mons in the normal type gets is, one is Ditto, because Ditto is any type you need it to be, whatever your opponent's type is. If they're a grass team, you switch in and you're a grass type and you resist their attack, right? Like, it's really good at resisting whatever they're throwing at you. And then similarly, Mousehold is also really strong. It's just like the power ceiling as well. Wide Lens, Population Bomb, Technician just hits so unbelievably hard. It hits everything crazy hard. And so I just have both these options, Blood Moon and Mousehold, as my two ways to really power through teams. And then I can also slow the game down with Porygon 2. If my opponent starts to set up on me, I can Ditto through them. I just think this team is really strong. There aren't a ton of like crazy out there choices. Again, like I said, I did put the team together sort of last minute. And so the EV spreads are not super refined. Not that you can really go super refined with Pokemon like this. And yeah, it's just a fun team to use. So I'm hoping that we can pick up the win against Solid Calf again. Make sure to check out their perspective after our match. And yeah, let's jump into it. Hello. We're back. And we have, and you see the team. Normally I like to record the team profiles before the match, but today I've just been so all over the place that I haven't. So, we'll see. Hopefully it turns out okay. But yeah, it's been a crazy day. I don't know if you can tell. If you've been watching all my videos, you can probably see that my hair has gotten slowly worse. In this is the third video that I've recorded, and the first one being the Patrick video, the second one being the Henry video, 2 team reports. But I've been kind of scrambled to put this team together. So hopefully there aren't any major mistakes like last time. Actually, last time I didn't have. There's a Torkoal that was a little messed up, but yeah, it's hard to get these teams together, and especially when I don't have a full week to prepare. I'm off to a wedding this weekend, so I had not had a lot of time, but we'll see. And it's very funny because I just got my opponent's Terra-type playing Solid Calf, and they just sent me their team, which is Normal Zoroark, Rock Snorlax, Dragon Indeedee, Ghost Ursaluna, Ghost Squawkabilly, and Fairy for Rigraff, which is, I mean, you've heard me talk about it. It was something that I strongly considered was a sort of hard Trick Room type of core. So yeah, it is funny that we are basically getting into the normal mirror. I definitely think normal is one of the strongest types in this format, right? It's just basically unresisted coverage here, and yeah, it should be really interesting. It should be really interesting indeed. Now, notably, let's see. Okay, so notably, that means that my team should be better outside of Trick Room, right? Is really my takeaway. They don't have great ways to stop me from just clicking Spore, I think. And they only have one thing that can stop for example, I don't know. I just like, what is the counterplay to just clicking Blood Moon over and over again, right? I feel like I just get KOs. They don't know I don't have Fake Out, so they kind of have to respect that. They are going to be surprised by this guy, who is just pop bombing things. So that might be pretty cool. And then, you know what I also could do? I could just start clicking buttons with my Rigraff too. That's not bad at all. I could just start clicking Decorate if they play passively. I want my Blood Moon for sure. And then, is it Ditto? I don't think Ditto's going to be as good. I think I'm going to go Mousehold here. I think that P2 could also be very good, but Mousehold just throws out so much damage here that it should be okay. Yeah, we'll see. This is not something I expected to queue into, but normally the number one rule of the Trick Room mirror is don't set up Trick Room, right? Figure out your speed tiers, figure out if you have to set up Trick Room. And I think that they have to set up Trick Room because I have a much faster team than they do, but I still have 2 Trick Room settings, so it should be hard for them to really get in position. And we see here, I think they are trying to click on. I think they're trying to click follow me belly drum, right? Like, now here's what I want to know: is would you have safety goggles in a format like this? I'm betting on no, but we didn't see a Psychic Seed reveal, so it's a maybe, right? I think it's a Spore regardless. And I'm just going to click Hyper Voice. And we're going to force them to stop me from just clicking Spore onto their team, right? So let's see what happens. We're going to Thirst Spray off. There's the follow me, so they're safety goggles, and they're smarter than I am, right? I did not really respect Amoonguss just because, yeah, there it is. So that's actually really annoying for us. We got to force them to have it to some extent. Now they're going to click Belly Drum for sure, but they don't know I have Wide Guard. Well, Spider Move they click. They don't have a Spider Move. Just a Belly Drum. That's okay. I like this strategy a lot more when they can't use their berries with Ice Rider, but you know, it's okay. And they didn't actually have a berry. They had a berry. Interesting. I also have to do better about keeping up with the boosts, but man, what if I just clicked Terra Ghost? No. Oh man. All right. Let's see. If they have a Super Citrus Berry, then it's a little annoying. But why would they have a Super Citrus Berry? I am just going to click Follow Me, and I'm going to click Hyper Force again. Custap Berry! Oh my god, I clicked an Explosion. Bro, what is happening? They're clicking Rock Slide? Earthquake? It hit. I could have used my Sash there, I didn't. But it's okay, because now their Custap's gone. They could click Trick Room here. I should have covered for Trick Room. I should have... How do I cover for Trick Room? No, it's Dazzle. Okay, sure. That's okay. Because, yeah, it's 2v4. Honestly, if I thought about this a little more, maybe Ditto would have been kind of sick. Then I could just bring it in here. But instead, I think that I'm actually kind of just chilling, right? Like, so, man, let me run this calc. I think that I should be KOing in DD. I also did not think about the Terra type at all. I should have thought about the. I did not look at the Terra type. Damn, that's my own fault. But into Indeedee, surely Indeedee just goes down to a pop bomb. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am just going to click Earth Power to the Snorlax and Population Bomb into the Indeedee. And if they have a Zoroark and Back Power to them. But I think I should be faster. Okay. That's one. Count it with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. You know, it can still miss. It can still miss. But now we're playing a 2v2, and I have the 2 strongest Pokemon in the format. And I have my Terra. They know my Terras, which I gotta remember my Terras. I gotta pay more attention to their Terras. But yeah, I'm Terra normal on both these guys, so I could have Terra either of them. Yeah, okay, I really should have looked more. So last game against who is it? Squall. I did not think about the fact that I should know their Terra types. Like I should take advantage of their Terra types. Air balloon for a regular app. That's pretty cute. Let's see. I think I have to just deny Trick Room, which means I'm going to Blood Moon this guy. And let's see. Wait, hold on. There's Psychic Terrain. I can't faint them. So I am just going to Population Bomb this Ursaluna. I think it should pick up. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of OHKO this Varograph, design Trick Room, and then I should be the fastest thing in the field, and Earthquake shouldn't pick up my Ursaluna anyways. There's the Pop Bomb. That's not going to KO, but that's okay. Because as long as my Ursa does not go down to their Ursa, we should be chilling. Okay, that was a lot. I got a Hyper Voice and KO'd him. Yeah, the Blood Moon should pick up for Varograph, and then I can't imagine they have any moves without Guts that can KO me. And I do see that I'm faster, which is also really good. But yeah, I do know this calc really well. This murders. I do this one. I was pretty confident about this one at least. Let's see what the Earthquake does. Facade, unboosted Facade into the mouse hold, doing about 70, 80. I think it was 90 hit points. So 90 out of 150 is about 2/3. 3/5, 60%. So that should, I can't click button, right? But that should wrap it up, right? They can't get out of the Earth Power. They can't get out of the Hyper Voice. Just go Pop Bomb. Yeah, so good game, game one. Despite kind of catching me out with the Snorlax, it worked out. It worked out. But man, the Goggles and DD, I really was betting on people not respecting Goggles, and this turned into a conundrum because they could very easily lead that game one. Now that they know that I don't want to lead my Smeargle game one, they are way more reasonably allowed to lead Squawkabilly game two. And Squawkabilly is actually very annoying if I don't have something with a really high HP stat, or Focus Sash, which is, of course, the Smeargle, right? So we'll see what happens here. Notably, I can entirely deny them Trick Room with Mousehold Ursaluna. That was pretty potent game one, but I don't know if I necessarily want to commit to that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to talk it out. If I commit to denying them Trick Room with Mousehold Ursaluna, then all I have to do is bring Ditto in back and reverse sweep them if they get to +6, if they have a whatever, they have whatever, right? I can reverse sweep them. That seems reasonable. If they get Trick Room up, then this sucks shit, is the problem, right? So that is kind of my conundrum right now. The Porygon 2 is probably better than the... Yeah, in this mode, if I'm doing this, it feels weird ditching the Smeargle entirely, because if I can power through the Indeedee, it's actually quite good. But the Porygon 2 is also quite good. It's got Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, both of which are pretty good into the Ursaluna. And honestly, it's the guy that's most likely to reverse it. So we can go with that guy. I'm going to pay attention to the Terra types this time. The notable Terra types are Zoroark is normal, Snorlax is rock, Snorlax is pretty good, and then Ursaluna's Ghost. Those are the guys I should be like a little worried about. Wait, Custap Berry, man, that was wild. That was smart. That was a fun play. Got the 2K, or yeah, got the 2 KOs that turn. But oh, he's gonna go for it again. So this time we saw how much Pop Bomb did to Indeedee. Would I feel comfortable saying it KOs? If I Terra Normal, it certainly KOs. What's my fear here? Is that Blood Moon doesn't pick up Snorlax if it Terras and they protect the Indeedee. They would never. They would never. What's their TD Terra? Dragon? Yeah, it's going down. We're taking the biggest, hardest hitter in the entire format, and we're throwing it right at them. And we're saying, what are you going to do about it? Sorry, we're not giving you a setup turn. What are you going to do about it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, knowing it's goggles and not Rocky Helmet is really nice. We knew it was in Psychic Seed because it came off turn 1. I thought that maybe I should have calced it. I think that Papa might have just raw picked up. We saw 7 hits did like 70%, so it's like right in the range, and I really don't want to risk it. Letting this Snorlax get a free attack off seemed like it could be a bad idea. Here's the Hyper Voice. Huh? Fair enough. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, wait a second. That doesn't seem right. Alright, alright. I didn't quite get got, but the important part here is I denied trigger. Now, here's the question. Which side did they bring in their heavy hitter on? We know they have a Snorlax in back. I can preserve. There's Ursaluna. And there's Snorlax. So I have the fastest guy on the field, and I forgot that I'm running Terra Blast instead of Ice Beam. And I am Terra Water, which is not actually a bad Terra here. They both could protect. I can't really switch out. If I switch out P2 into Ditto, and I have this fast Rock Slide, but that's not very strong. Let's go in here. Okay. They can't belly drum now. My Ursaluna goes down. They use EQ. Maybe I should have saved Terra. I mean, if I saved Terra, I could Terra Water Blast the Ursaluna and I'd be pretty safe. They have Ghost Terra. Alright. Yeah, I think that, alright, so this guy is doing no damage. The Snorlax is moving first. And the Ursa can't protect. And we know the Snorlax has Earthquake and Rock Slide. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Belly Drum, that's probably Facade. I think we saw Facade. No, we saw Facade in the Ursaluna. What I'm going to do is, I'm Scarf, right. I can't quick protect. Nope, nah, we went for it. Went for the call, right? It was like, well, if they throw, then we can win, but oh, hey, hold up. No, I still think we can't even get there still, because I Terra Blasted it. If I Thunderbolted it, if I hard called it, maybe we got there. Yeah, I could have committed to the read. I should have committed to the read. The Body Slam. But yeah, no, that was a dumb half measure play. I just didn't think that I had much down. Crit, one time. Nah, even if I doubled it, we were getting there. Yeah, there's the Facade, so that's gonna do it. We saw the moveset, which is nice, right? Facade, Earthquake, Shadow Claw, Protect. And we have not revealed our last move. And I don't really see a reason to. But I do want to know how much this Facade does to my Porygon 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Terra Blast the Snorlax just to get some damage. I'm really regretting being analytic and not being download here too. That was I was thinking I locked it in. I just immediately realized. Okay, so the body slam animation is so funny. Okay, so it's good to know Facade doesn't pick up either. But yeah, going to game 3. On to game 3, they still let in DD, so they still were very conservative about the Smeargle. But they have a secondary lead they want to do. Because they just saw my DD. I mean, I just went and nuked the DD immediately, right? Yeah, it's just that the DD entirely invalidates it. But, you know, I said this earlier. Smeargle endgame didn't look bad. Alright, next question. What if I just play double Hyperfist? We saw we lived the helping hand Hyperfist, right? They switched up their slots too, which is smart. I think that they let DD in different slots each game. What they're supposed to do if you're playing against Ditto. Huh. I do want to preserve my Ursaluna. I care less about the mouse hold. I'm willing to throw that away a little more. And if I just nuke the DD, then I can spore whatever's next to it, which actually is not the worst thing here. I'm going to bring that, and then, honestly, the Ditto was pretty bad into everything. Probably a mistake to bring it. Porygon 2, I might have to tear it for it to be effective. The Farigiraf is a little slower paced. I just don't know what endgame P2 actually wins. But Farigiraf does not have the typing to really deal with these things, so I might just have to tear the P2. We'll go with it. It might be passive, but we'll see. I think the Smeargle lead is kind of fun. The Smeargle Mousehold lead. If they don't lead in DD, I can actually like feint. It's not feint spore is a really bad play, but they don't know that I don't fake out either, right? So there's a lot of things they have to consider here. Notably, they're leading. They have Squawkabilly, and so the Squawkabilly will reveal an ability here too. So they lead it. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Yep. So we know it's not. We know it's not, at the very least. It was a bad play. So here's the thing. They are supposed to parting shot or U-turn. I want to population bomb the Squawkabilly, which is a Terra Ghost, and just click follow. They have to protect the Ursa, and they probably want to just get rid of the Mousehold if possible, or click parting shot. Notably, they did get Intimidate off, so maybe I should have switched out here, but oh, they switched out the Ursa. Okay. So maybe they were reading a Spore into that slot. Yeah, they were. So notably, we know that there's not a Zoroark back now, I think. There's the Terra. This Terra Ghost. Which means they are immune to this this attack. So maybe they really didn't want to get faked out, that's what they were scared of. But that, if they final Gambit, that's really good for us. And if they don't, then they're Squawkabilly into our Smeargle, which is like not the worst, really. That's what I want to see. Now we got our Sash intact. And we get a big old Pop Bomb. And they burn their Terra. Dude, there's a pause, and I'm just terrified that I'm going to miss every single time. Even with Population Bomb, 99% accuracy, I was just terrified of that one. We do see that even without anything, that I am going to pick up the I'm going to do over half. What was the boost? I missed the boost. So there's the Ursa. So here's the other thing. For them, this turn kind of has to be either protect Trick Room. It has to be something along the lines of protect Trick Room. So I want to do this. So I figure what this does is it isn't affected by them really clicking an attack. If they're just trying to chip the Smeargle, they're not going to really get value out of it. If they click Follow Me. So Follow Me, the play I wanted to go for is Pop-Bomb Decorate. Maybe that was a better play. Pop-Bomb Decorate would have been kind of lit. But I'm fairly certain that there is nothing on the team that can contest my Ursaluna. I got got. Okay. This guy's putting in work, man. I did not see that one coming, huh? What do I have in back here? P2. P2 will 1v1 the Zoroark. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to Smeargle. They don't play around wide guard on Smeargle, do they? They don't know what I have. So what I could do is I could just click Pop Bomb Protect. That's fine. I think this is Choice Specs. To me, like my vibe check says this looks like Choice Specs damage. I should count that. I am going to count that. Ah, man. What is it? Zoroark Hisui. It's Choice Specs. And it's Hyper Voice into my Ursaluna. Hyper Voice is doing... That is Choice Specs damage. So that's really good to know, because then I can go here. Shout out to Z and Watchen, who last minute looked over my team and said, "Are you sure you don't want wide guard on Smeargle?" They were right. I wanted wide guard on Smeargle. So again, either it's Choice Specs or I am maybe throwing the game away. But I should be right. I think I'm right. Also, they have to call me not clicking Follow Me, which I could. Why would you click Follow Me after 2 wide guards, right? Yeah, there's the Hyper Voice. I was pretty confident they were Choice Specs. I think the calc is like, it says that Choice Specs Timid does 52 to 62 or so, which looks like it's about the range that it did. And then with Helping Hand, you can see that the range that it barely missed the KO on me last game, which also makes sense. And so now this picks up, and then I just wide guard until the game ends, right? And I was pretty sure the P2 would pick up the end game anyways, but yeah. Running the calc, always a good idea, especially when you're playing these online tournaments. Because you have access to it, so. Okay, we'll click wide guard, then we'll click Hyper Voice. Even if they get this KO, then I'm pretty sure that my Porygon 2 will just pick up the game. So, I don't think that this guy can break the Porygon 2 regardless. With any moves, really, he needs Focus Blast, really, to try to power through it. And of course, you Hyper Voice, the normal type, right? What? Wait, it's not a normal type. It is a normal type. Oh my god, it's a different normal. It's a ghost type. Alright. Good games. That Zoroark, man, that was a scary Zoroark. I really did not respect it enough. And funnily enough, again, I settled on Terry Normal pretty quickly. I thought about Zoroark as a Pokemon. I did not really think it was I didn't think it made the cut, but man, my opponent did so well with it. Switching it in game 3 was crazy. Really well played. But I think that apparently my microphone ran out of battery right as I was finishing the video. So pretend this is me from the past. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all later.